and we call it the iPad.
iPads. Since inception, iPads have traveled a long way. From this to this, and finally to this. Even my journey with iPads has evolved from this to this. And to this.
In this video, I'll try to give a glimpse of my experience of using iPad as my primary device for the past 9 years. How do I look at my iPad, the features which I love the most, and areas in which iPad is really great at, and things in which iPad is not so great. So, how do I use my iPad? I don't want to give you a detailed synopsis of everything I do with my iPad, but I'll give a general list here. I'll drop the general list here. But if I have to netpick my favorite features or things from this list, then it would be the ability to take handwritten notes and planning your day on things or agenda, and watching movies or binging movies on Netflix and Prime Video. These are my favorite features of iPad, or rather than saying favorite features, these would be my most popular use cases of the iPad.
So, first things first, how do I look at an iPad?
When I was trying to decide whether I should be upgrading to iPad Pro or not, I was binging all iPad videos on YouTube. And during that session, I came across an interesting argument that instead of looking at an iPad as a tool to replace your laptop, look at it as a creative tool in its own accord. And this completely changed my perception about iPad.
I look at the iPad as a very powerful notebook, a notebook which unlocks my creativity and helps me create stuff. And this is where iPad stands out as well. I am someone who loves to write. If you're also one of them, high five. I read a lot of things. For taking handwritten notes whenever I attend any online class, journaling, and I often do love to write my daily entries rather than to type. I also pen down some random thoughts that hit my brain, which will later become my blog posts, YouTube videos, or podcast episodes.
And there is no competition for iPad on this accord, even though things like Remarkable 2 come close, and it is a concept I do like. But at the end of the day, my vote would still go to the iPad Pro because of its 120Hz refresh rate, ProMotion display, and multitasking, and its ability to connect a keyboard using the Smart Pen connector. Let's try to answer the big question: can iPad replace your laptop? Well, for this question, it actually depends on what use case do you exactly intend to replace. For me, if you ask what do you want to replace with my iPad, I would like to replace video editing. I would like to edit videos on my iPad. Video editing is a feature for which iPad doesn't get enough credit. Video editing is a very processor oriented and an extremely demanding task, but iPad handles it just fine. Look at how smoothly it's handling the timeline. LumaFusion, definitely the software I'm using on iPad, doesn't offer every feature or that Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro has to offer, but it is definitely a very good video editing software. Now, let's talk about things iPad is really great at. Note taking, as I already mentioned, and for planning your day on apps like Things and Agenda. It's a great media consumption device. It's an entertainment hub. You can game on this, you can watch movies all day because of its battery life, and it's a really a very good entertainment or media consumption device. And the second thing, I don't know the reason, it's just a fun device to use, maybe because of its size or maybe because of its intuitive UI and because of its portability. It's really a fun and cool device to use. Type-C port, it becomes an additional positive point or an additional advantage for iPad because it opens to a whole new world of accessories. And there is a catch here: it's not available for every iPad model out there. The 9th edition or the iPad 9th generation or the budget iPad doesn't get this feature. But Type-C port is really a big advantage. Now let's talk about the things I don't like. When I say iPad can replace your laptop, indeed I mean it. Especially when you couple it up with a good keyboard case, it can be a decent laptop. But the catch here is, it can be a decent laptop, not a very good laptop. It feels as if Apple and other app developers are restricting us from taking advantage of the hardware we have in iPad. The Pro apps, which are available on Mac or Windows, like Xcode, VS Code, Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, are not available on the iPad. And even the apps which are available, like Lightroom or Zoom, only the mobile versions of these apps are available on iPad. Don't get me wrong, Lightroom Mobile CC is a great app, but it doesn't offer every feature the desktop app offers. And when you try to connect your iPad to a monitor, because of its 4:3 aspect ratio, these two black bars appear on each side of this iPad, which is a great turn off and big bummer for me, especially when I'm trying to use it as a desktop computer. If you liked the video, do hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. You can also check out my podcast, The Random Thoughts, where I talk about tech, journaling, and self-development. If it sounds interesting, I'll drop the link in the description below. Do check it out and give it a shot. Thank you for watching. This is DSSR Anirudh signing off.